What is up, everybody? ShonnyDman here, and welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are doing pretty good. You guys are having yourselves a great week. We are back with a brand new episode for you guys on this Friday. So, to get us kicked off and going, tell us who you are and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, I'm Leon, also known as Luck of the Lion. I'm a cosplayer and model, I guess, and I've been doing it for like 10 years now.
Oh, which one did you do
hmm
first, the modeling or the cosplay?
They're both kind of like near the same time, I guess, cosplay. And then I
Okay,
went to like modeling classes in school and stuff like that.
okay, okay. So since they both started around the same time, just talk to us about how depending on which one you want to do first, the modeling or the cosplay, what got you started with that?
Um, well, here I'll talk about I guess the cosplay first. I was one of them Homestuck people, one of them Homestuck kids.
Mm.
And my first ever cosplay was Her Imperial Condescension, and it was interesting. I hot glued ribbon onto my bodysuit while it was on my body.
Oh,
Do you know what? It was really accurate and it worked. So, and then that's kind of where I started my whole like big prop thing
mm.
because her horns were so massive. I needed to figure out a way to keep them on my head. And I did that. And that's my first ever cosplay. The first ever rendition of it, not beautiful, not gonna lie. Then I made a second rendition and it was awesome. My mom was awesome. She helped me with all of it. She's the one who hot glued it to my body. So,
Yeah.
And then with modeling, it was um it was like my mom thought it would be like a useful skill. Um And so I did like a placement in one of those schools, and I did modeling and acting classes. I graduated. I did it. It was done. And I took a couple of modeling jobs. I wasn't a huge fan, so I just did not.
Okay. What is modeling school like? What does that entail?
Oh, you kind of like learn all the aspects of modeling. So like runway, how to take photos, how to do makeup, how photographers will treat you, kind of that, so on and so forth. You kind of have to learn how to place yourself,
Hmm.
um, how to speak, so on and so forth. But it was more about like how you look like in photos.
Okay. So tell us about some so obviously you were like on Instagram and TikTok. Tell us about some of the cosplay content that you do when regarding those kind of social media sites.
Okay, yeah, I was a competitive cosplayer for a while. I got some awards and so on.
Okay.
I've been disqualified because yeah,
Oh,
I've been
really?
disqualified because they said I didn't. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm a competitor. Well, I was. And I took a break, but I think I'm gonna go back into it.
Okay. What?
I've done judging a couple of times too.
Okay. Uh,
Um,
hmm, interesting.
and then,
Uh,
and then I kind of took a break after, so I got DQ'd because they
mhm.
said I didn't make my costume after I showed them works in progresses.
Oh my goodness.
They were like, "You didn't make that," and I said, "My bad." And I competed a few more times, and then I took a break. I think like during COVID, or like whenever I went to university. Um, I kind of took a break because you can't make anything in those little dorms.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Uh, so with so how many cons do you typically go to each year, or that's just depending on how things go for you in your everyday life?
Yeah, like 100% depends. I used to go to like almost a con every month.
Oh wow.
And then post-COVID, yeah, post-COVID, I go to a con like every 3 months. Or I think I didn't go to like any for 4 or 5 months this year, but now I'm doing like two back to back.
Okay.
So it literally just depends on how they're laid out and stuff like that.
Okay. What's your favorite con that you've been to?
I guess it kind of depends. So like if you're looking for like a fun convention, um, Colossal, Colossal or Icky, I kind of feel like they're the same convention now. Icky just feels like it's a bigger version of
Mhm.
Colossal. Um, but I'm a huge fan of the time where Colossal, if you got a hotel there, they give you a free con ticket.
Oh, really?
And I got a free con ticket, and it was awesome. And then I was a guest for Icky. Um, so I didn't like get to really explore it, but I had fun. What else? And then for like, I really like the old con, and right now I like all con a lot because they had the putt putt golf and the escape room,
Ooh.
and they had a bunch of fun activities. They had like the best panels and activities I've seen in a while.
I think some of my
So
previous guests that I've had on, they've been to Colossal Con, and
yeah,
I don't know about the second one that you mentioned, maybe, but I know Colossal Con is one that I know a few of my previous guests have gone to.
yeah. I don't remember if it was all con or Anime North Texas. I constantly flips it too. I want to say it's all con.
Right. Is there a con that's on your list that you really want to go to?
Um, I want to go to Holiday Matsuri, but I'm going there this year. And then I want to go to like the big anime expo. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay.
Hi, Lizzie.
Okay. What was your 10 years of cosplaying and modeling? What was it like the first time you actually went to a con?
I thought it was crazy. Actually, my first ever convention was Mini Econ.
Okay.
So it wasn't big. There was like 20 people
Oh,
in a library. Yeah. So it wasn't big, but I still thought it was super cool. I had fun. My brother took me. They had like a cupcake food truck outside.
oh, that's nice.
That was it. It was just a food truck cupcake. I remember
uh,
for the last Mini Econ, I liked it, you know?
yeah, yeah. Uh, does your brother con?
No.
Oh,
He'll come with me.
oh,
He li he lives up in New Hampshire now.
okay.
So, but whenever I ask him to come, he'll come, whenever he lived over here.
But he doesn't. But he doesn't do the whole cosplaying thing.
Nope, nope, not
Well,
even close.
at least he comes along with you, so that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So
If it was, if man, oh, Anime NYC was such a fail this year. Like,
I had a few people that I know. That's on my to do list of places I want to go. I would love to go to New York Comic Con. I may go next year. I
I
haven't
can
decided.
I can't tell you how Anime NYC is. I literally like didn't get to go. Like I was there, I didn't get to go. It was $300 for like the convention ticket. I didn't get to
Right.
go. Well, yeah, because of Yeah.
It's just a hot
But I'm
mess.
sure it was fun. Everybody posted that they were having fun, you
Yeah.
know?
Well, I've always wanted to go to New York in general. It's always been a place.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's always been a place that I've always wanted to visit. Probably because, like, as a kid, I grew up watching, watching Spider-Man swing around New York City, and I was like, you know what? I want to go to New York so I can see Spider-Man. Now, obviously, growing up, you're like, oh, he's not any real, but at the time, I rolled with it.
Hey, there's some people dressed like Spider-Man in New
Yeah,
York.
well, you know what? That's
They're
fair.
fun.
That is very fair.
Fun. I like for the first day and then the last day I kind of got to explore New York.
Mhm.
That was nice. Well, everything smelled like terrible
Yeah,
and wrong. And
yeah,
they would put like the nicest smells to the most horrific smells known to mankind. And every building was like so tall, you'd like get disoriented. But
yeah.
other than that, I really liked it, you know?
What was
But you
what was your favorite thing to do?
um, I don't know. I'd like checking out Times Square.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah,
Good one.
because they have like so many stores there, and their stores there were so big. I wish I could say it was a Nintendo store. It is so much smaller than I thought. It is so much smaller than I thought.
I think it's in New
They
York
only have
still.
like
I could be wrong though, but I may they had like a Pokemon Center.
that's part of the Nintendo store. Yeah,
Oh, okay. That's pretty much what I think about. That's why I want to go
it's
there.
so small. It's so small.
Really,
Like in this room that I'm in right now, I want to say that was like the entirety of the Pokemon section.
really,
Yeah, like half of it was the Legend of Zelda section. I really wanted Legend of Zelda stuff. It's so small. It's literally like a handful of shirts and a handful of like mugs and cups and stuff, and then some socks. Oh,
I
but there's also amiibos.
yeah, mm,
Yeah, but yeah, the Pikmin section had two shirts.
okay.
But luckily they had the shirt that I really, really wanted. So that was okay. I got the Pikmin
What was
shirt where
that?
it has like the shirt pocket.
Okay.
There's a Pikmin shirt. But the Pikmin are carrying off the pocket, so it's all askew.
Oh,
It's like embroidered Pikmin. I know, it's so cute. And they're like scalpers online who are selling it for 70, and I said I should go check if it's in store. And it was
so it worked out. So how much you? So they were selling it for like 70. How much did you have to pay for?
35.
Oh yeah, look at
So
that. Worked
that's
out
pretty.
perfect for you.
So I would say it was still an overall win. I was just surprised by how small it was.
Yeah.
Uh, and they have Mario on a pole, so I guess that's okay too.
I I don't know. I guess like as a kid growing up and hearing about the Pokemon Center, they made it sound like this big, impressive thing. But now just hearing it, I'm just like, oh, that's man. I mean, I will probably still go regardless, but
No,
obviously my
you
expectation.
still need to go. I don't want you to be disappointed. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to be
Right.
like, oh my God, there's the rest of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
So if I go next year to New York Comic Con, then I'm definitely gonna check it out regardless. But
oh yeah,
um
I would 100% do it. I hope their Legend of Zelda merch like cycles out because that stuff was so ugly. But if you do, yeah,
I
tell me how the Legend of Zelda merch.
I have to be fair, I have never really been into Zelda. I know I have a lot of friends that love it. I've never played any of the Zelda games. I've had never had any interest in it. I mean, that might change with me doing a YouTube channel and gaming and stuff like that. But just like growing
Yeah.
up, it's just never been. at the top of my list.
Nah, that game was there for me in like my hardest moments, man. When I was like, "Ooh, I don't think I can do this." That thing was there.
What
Twilight Princess is always gonna be my favorite.
What's your favorite Zelda game that you've played?
I just answered it.
Oh, did you? Oh, my bad.
I'm in your head right now. Don't worry about it.
You are. Oh, I well, because what's that newest one that came out? It came out this year.
Tears of the Kingdom.
A lot of people like that. I don't. I think I've seen a lot of people when they're trying to like pick game of the year.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of people mention it, but doesn't seem like a game compared to like what's come out this year along with it. Like Hogwarts Legacy came out. Yeah. Well, no.
I don't know. I own, I don't own, but I've seen Hogwarts Legacy play, and I think it's got, good, interesting gameplay. Um, I have a degree in arts and technology and game design,
Oh.
and I have no idea. I think about it all the time, how they made Tears of the Kingdom and like the physics system and stuff
Mhm.
on a Switch. An anomaly. I literally like cannot fathom it.
What?
I'm
Let
always
me
trying to like
see.
do the code in my head.
Yeah, because the Switch, there was a game. It may have been Spider-Man 2, maybe, but there was a game recently where it came out on like consoles or PC and it looks fantastic. But if you got it on Switch, it looked terrible. I can't remember
Mortal
what game it
Kombat.
was.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. That's what it was. That's what it was. I remember seeing, I think I was like watching YouTube and I was watching somebody compare it. I was just like, oh God, that is ugly to look at. But
Yeah.
it it didn't look as bad as I mean, it looked bad, but I would definitely say compared to that Gollum game that came out, it looked a lot better because I remember watching that game and I was just like, why was this even made?
Uh, you know, you know, there's an audience somewhere for it. Just
Oh
not me.
no, that's it's a
Not
very
any audience
small.
I'm a part of.
It's just because it was that game, and then there was some King Kong game that came out too just recently, and that one looked terrible. And it's just like, why are you? What are you doing?
It could be worse. The point is that's why I'm saying Tears of the Kingdom is crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy impressive. Like the I don't know. I don't know. The LODs are really good for me. I mean, I don't know if everybody's had the same experience, but I have like the OG Switch. I bought
Mm.
the Switch when it came out, and I got the Master's Edition of Breath of the Wild. I have that same Switch to this day, and my Switch runs it like a champ. Like a champ. The only time I ever struggle with like anything is if Hi, Simba. Is if there are like multiple things, like a fuckload of things right in front of you. You know what I'm saying? Like you've
Right.
brought things from other sides of the map and you've attempted to create some kind of like fucking CPU lag. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I literally experience nothing. So,
So there's like there was that. Let's see, because Hogwarts Legacy, and then there was. Oh, I have not played Baldur's Gate 3 yet. Um, it is definitely on my to do list. But everything I've seen from it, because I love D&D, and so just seeing that game the way it operates makes me even more excited to play it. Um, there's another game that I'm missing. Let's see, Spider-Man
oh,
2.
Baldur's Gate is so good.
Okay. What do you
Baldur's Gate
play?
is
What
so
system do you
good.
play on?
PC?
Oh, okay, good. Okay, all right, all right. Because
I know. I built a PC years ago, and it's still running like a champ.
I recently, actually this year, I built me a PC because
Mhm.
mainly because I was since I started doing YouTube a little bit more probably serious now. I needed something to really handle a lot of the stuff that I wanted to do. And my computer I had at the time, I had for like it was built. It was like a $500 built computer. Um,
Mhm.
and I had it for like maybe 6 years, but then I was just like, okay, it's time for an upgrade. So I spent a fair amount of money on it. Because plus two at the time there was games I wanted to play. PlayStation 5 was just coming out, but it was hard to get those. And so I was just like, you know what? Let me just go a different route, and that way I could just still play some of the
Play
games that I
more
can
on
do.
the PC.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
So
built I replaced a bunch of my parts at once, and then I like changed a couple over time. I love going to Micro Center and going to the cage with the open box stuff. I love the Micro Center cage.
I I used because my best friend he is PC part picker. Uh,
Mhm.
because my best friend he built his first before me, and so that's what he used. Um, let's see. I bought most of the stuff. I think in December of last year, I had the case, the SSD, and the memory. And in January, February of this year, I bought everything else to go along with it. And so, and then I just recently upgraded graphics cards. So,
Yeah.
yeah, periodically I'm also upgrading everything like that. So I love it. It's good. It handles everything that I need to, but obviously I still look to upgrade where I can.
Yeah. Totally fair. That's what I did. My freshman year is when I like kind of rebuilt my PC for the first time.
Mhm.
And then I got like a graphics card afterwards. And I remember because I was like super happy to get the one that I got because I got it on a major discount because it was in the cage.
Mhm.
But there was one that I really wanted to get because it was called the Fat Boy. It was called the Fat Boy. I was like, no, because it was worse than the one that I had. And I was like, damn, I think about the Fat Boy all the time.
um,
And then I started adding RGB because I thought it'd be funny.
um, yeah, it was. I think what was it? Because I had because this was my first time ever building one, so I had no idea what I was doing, and so it's just kind of like, what do I want? What do I need? Luckily, I had a guy who was pretty experienced in computers and things like that, and he was just kind of like, okay, you can do this. You don't really need this, and do all this other stuff. And I was like, okay, that works out pretty good. And this
Hmm.
pure excitement that me and my best friend got because we both built it together. When the moment we turned it on, it powered on, lit up. I was happy. I was one happy guy. I was like, this is where all me being in debt really pays off.
It does, man. When it successfully turns on for the first time, you're like, oh yeah, I'm good. I'm him. And I remember last time I replaced stuff in my PC, it wouldn't turn on. And I was like, oh my God, I fucked the whole thing up. I just like hadn't flipped the power switch on the back. And I had a whole panic attack. So
And so
uh
that's wild. So
I'm
what other
getting
kind
too
of
old.
games? Yeah. Um, what other kind of games do you play?
I play Lethal Company.
I really, really want to get into that game because it has
It's
been
so
yes, it has been blowing up all over TikTok, and I'm just like I really want to get this game.
Man, whenever you make like a clutch or crazy play, man, there's like literally nothing better. You're once you get in and you like pull the little switch and all your teammates come back, they're like, "Oh my God!" They're like, "Yeah, that was me. That was me." That was so fun. I play Valorant and I play League, so I play all of Riot's games
Okay. Okay.
pretty much. So,
I I'm very picky about my games. I do need to branch into. Well, I will say now doing this now playing more on PC. I have gotten to a lot much more interesting games that I didn't think I would really get into. So like Lethal Company, I do want to get into that.
do it.
I've what's another? Neverwinter. I I got into a little bit of that. I
Mhm.
tried out Elder Scrolls Online when went back when I was on my PlayStation 4, and it was I don't know it's weird. I don't know why I'm like this. I wasn't really a big fan of playing Elder Scrolls Online like that, but
I mean,
I'm
it's not
fine.
for everybody.
Right, but I would play Star Trek Online, and it basically operates semi the same way as Elder Scroll. I guess it's because Star Trek something more I like. Not saying I don't like Elder Scrolls because I do love Skyrim. Love Skyrim.
Hmm.
I could play that over and over and not really get bored with it. But I am attempting to get back into Elder Scrolls.
Do it. Do it. There's no time like the present. I miss playing, what was it? Planet Zoo, and I started playing Planet Zoo.
How's that?
It's fun. It's better than I thought. I really like it. I every time I get like super bored and don't like any of my games, that's the game that I play.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you, do you
And so
ever just
every time I
like
come back,
yeah?
there's another scenario. Every time I come back, there's another scenario. And so I'm like, you know?
uh, do you ever get like I don't know if this has happened to you or not, but it's happened to me plenty of times. But like, you ever like get into a mood where like you don't have nothing to do, so you're like, you know what? Let me play a game, and you turn on the game, and you're there for like 10 seconds, and you're just kind of like, I don't want to do this, and then you just turn it off.
Yeah, but then I just am like, all right, in my bones, what do I really want to play? You know what I'm saying?
Right? Yeah.
Because it's in there somewhere. Which game you want to play is rolling around.
Yeah. Wait. Do you have a cat or a dog?
I have a couple of cats.
Okay. Okay. So you're a cat lady.
Yeah, I found Arthur in a tree. Thank you very much.
Oh.
Back when I had a dog, and now he's inside and he's a little handsome man. I have not chosen any of my cats. They have been given to me,
How many do you have?
and they're having three.
Oh.
Well, technically, yeah, I will say three.
Hmm. Uh, I'm okay with cats. I don't have anything against cats or anything like that. I think my mom's allergic to cats, but I'm more of a dog person.
That's fine. I think everybody can like whatever the heck they want. My wig keeps like scratching my chest. It makes me so itchy.
You're fine.
Um, um, I've had dogs. I've had dogs that I really loved. My last dog was kind of a murderer,
Oh,
but you know, I loved him too.
yeah.
He was a baby. Um, well, I just
Mm,
have three kids. I just have three kids. I just got, you know, Arthur's my little baby boy. He's my little son.
I have
So,
so I have three dogs, and the youngest of the three has developed a habit. I don't remember when he learned how to do this. It may have been last year when he learned how to do this, but he has learned. So he has learned how to climb a fence to get out.
Yeah.
And so the other, because I came home from lunch from work the other day. He's been doing it. He hasn't done it in a while, so it really caught me off guard. But I was like, I came home for lunch and I pulled into my driveway and I saw him back there. He was back there. So I go in my house there for probably like 30, 40 minutes. Then as I get ready to leave, I see him like walking up the street and we're kind of like staring at each other. And then I just pointed to him to get back there and he ran and he climbed the fence. So I was just kind of like, that's okay. Cool. Cool, cool,
My
cool.
dog would dig holes under my fence. My first dog ever, he was based. He was a perfect dog. Hercules, number one.
Mm-hmm.
He would like the only time he would ever leave was if he was smelling the neighbor having a barbecue. But you could straight up leave the fence open and he wouldn't leave. He didn't care. Um, and
That
then
is
you'd open the
wild.
door if a neighbor, yeah, and he would come back with like a little hot dog or something from the neighbor. It was perfect, man. Um, but yeah, my cats right now are very baby. There was a in my old home, there was like a hole in the ceiling,
Mm-hmm.
and Arthur would always just like use it to leave. And so for like a year, he decided he wanted to be an outside cat, because he didn't like sharing attention. So then I came back and I got him, and he came with me. That's the story, you know. I found my dog tried to kill Arthur. That's how we found him.
Oh,
Uh, yeah. My dog was crazy. He consumed like a whole squirrel in one bite.
oh wow.
So if he, yeah, so if he got to Arthur, it was gone.
Right.
So my mom took like a pipe, tried to scare him back with it. He would not. So she bonked him with it, and then he finally backed off, and then she got him. Well, then he went up a tree, and then one of my friends got him, and then he's mine. So whenever he came inside for the first time, he just like sat right here. Decided that's where he was gonna be forever.
So switching back over to your cosplays. Um
Yeah,
I think our I'm trying to remember where I came across your account. It most of the guests that I've had on is either I come across their accounts on Instagram or TikTok. You may have been Instagram. Um
could have been either.
Yeah, it probably so. It's hard. Honestly, it is really hard to remember because the amount of people that I message to come on as guests is extremely a lot, and I lose track of who I have not talked to when it comes to stuff like this. But I remember what was I think it was Instagram, and I'm trying to remember what cosplay you did that caught my attention.
Yeah.
Um, Oh wait, I think I know. You were wearing like a blonde wig and like a leopard stripe.
Oh, my Nanami Kento.
Yeah, yeah. And so I think that's what it was that caught my attention. And then I was just kind of like, I just scrolled through. I was like, okay, she does a lot of cool cosplays. But you also do like it also is like very cool, sexy kind of cosplays. So obviously,
Yeah.
obviously, the kind of content that you do with your Instagram and stuff like that probably gets an annoying abundant of messages in your DMs, I would assume.
Yeah.
Um,
Listen, I try to answer like every message that I get,
oh,
but like
okay.
there is some guy, yeah, there are just like some guys that just like do not find my time important. They're like they'll send me a message request just to say hey, or they'll send me a message request because they want to like
Right.
send me their nudes, or
Right.
they think that if they talk to me, we will start dating and live a fairy tale lifestyle. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know you. I don't want to date anybody on Instagram. I don't want to date anybody who like found my stuff on Instagram and who beats it off. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're like, and they just like believe that I have to give them my time. No, I get a bunch of messages every day. I'm gonna try to answer them all, right?
Right.
If people like support me or whatever, I'll answer their messages first,
Right.
obviously, because you know, because they care, they give a shit, and then everybody else I'll answer right after. So I've had people who I've messaged who have never purchased a thing from me for like years,
Mm.
years, and
Yeah.
totally fine. You're not required to get me anything, but do not give me attitude if I don't answer your messages right away. Leave me alone. I am just sitting here.
Yeah. I know because because most of because some of the guests that I've had on, I because I remember I had somebody on a while back, and I probably messaged them maybe like a year ago, and they had finally got around to responding. I mean, they apologized because my message got lost amongst all the messages that she had gotten. But it's like it's not a big deal, which I understand. I know, obviously, as a female content creator, you get plenty of attention, or not attention, but plenty of unwanted attention. So, uh,
Yeah.
but yeah, so that was the cosplay that caught my attention, and and so which I like it. I like regardless whether it was sexy or not. I was like, you know what, she does really great work, and I want to have her on so she can talk about it.
True, I made the knife. I made the knife.
Yeah.
You know, that should look good. Thank you very much.
What are some
I still have.
what are some cosplays that what are some content that you're working on for the future?
I'm editing my Bulbasaur set. And I
Ooh.
have to edit Morticia Adams, and
Ooh.
then go to Etsy, and I'm gonna make some content there. Um, I guess I can't like tell anything I'm gonna do,
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's
but
fair. Yeah. Yeah. Uh
because I hate having like deadlines, because then if I can't meet them, I get really stressed out. But like if I'm on the brink of death, I'll still try to meet that deadline, and I'd rather not do that to me.
right.
Yeah.
Uh
Um,
let's see, I'm trying to think. You did a poison ivy that I liked.
yes. Oh yeah, I
Uh
made that one from
okay.
scratch.
How long did that take you to make?
A few days. I was working on it like 10 hours a day, and because I was hand sewing all the leaves on.
Hmm.
I was watching the horrific mess that is BoJack Horseman. So
That I started watching a couple. I got to get back in to finish it, but I started watching a couple of episodes, and I forgot the golden retriever's name, but I was like, honestly, if that was a real life person, I don't know if I could handle being around that kind of person.
it just is like watching a train wreck that continues to wreck itself and get worse. And I'm like, oh, that's crazy. Do we get character development? And they're like, no. And I said, okay. Oh, okay.
Um, you see, you also did some, not necessarily Sailor Moon, but you did some Sailor Scout, uh, I believe
I did
cosplay.
Sailor Jupiter.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm gonna reshoot that. So
oh,
I hated my
okay.
wig for it. hated my weight for it, and I was like bloating really bad. Like my intestines were major swollen, so I did not like the way I looked. So I'm gonna reshoot.
So as someone like I mentioned that adds a lot of sexiness to your cosplays. But what was that? So what was that like? How did you feel when you first put like that first set of cosplays out there? You know, you're trying to think of the word I wanted to use. Just
Boudoir.
overall sexiness of it. How did
Boudoir cosplays. Uh, I didn't. I was kind of. I had costumes that like showed that much skin,
mm-hmm.
and I was like, okay, if I just like if I show this much skin, I can continue to fund the costumes I want to make. Sounds like a W.
Yeah, yeah,
So, I know how to be a pinup model. Been there, did the courses. Okay, I'm just gonna do it then. Done. Easy. I was like, cool. Pinup modeling, done.
okay, yeah. So
I
I
just do
know,
pinup and boudoir.
yeah. Let me see, I'm trying to remember all of them because I have you did a black cat that I liked. You did a lot of good ones that I like. Team Rocket. So, and you
Thank
look
you.
like you're having
I
fun,
try.
and I think that's obviously the
Yep.
most important part about it is having fun with what you have a passion for.
Yeah. I'm constantly doing things. I want this. It's been hard, but
Mm,
like the most important thing is like making sure that you're happy and that you're having fun.
right,
Because
right,
if you don't, that remember, I'm trying to do this because I want to do something that I really want to do. I want to make my own game and I want to be a cosplayer. And if you think of it as like a punishment, things do not move. If you think of it as like a job, things do not move because when you make cosplays, you're spending more than 40 hours a week. I spend hours upon hours editing photos. Like, if I'm doing like a full like quote unquote work week, I'm working at 40 plus.
right.
I've worked 60 to 80 hours in a week before. Like, if you think of it as truly work, you're not going to get that done. So,
What? So you want to make your own video game? What? What are your ideas for that?
it's a bullet hell psychological horror dating sim. Rhythm game, sorry, also. I
Okay.
hate dating sims, so I thought I should make one that I do like.
I don't think I've done a
I
dating
had this
sim.
idea. I had this idea my freshman year of college. It's gonna happen, man. It's gonna happen. I'm so confident.
How long have you had this idea of making your own video game?
When I was back in high school, I was joining like those competitions where you made your own game, and I
Okay.
would make it to like nationals
Oh
with a
wow.
team of just me. It was just me. I lost to like teams of 13 or like 7. I was like, damn.
So, so close. What's the closest that you've gotten to like winning it all?
To winning?
Right, like being what is it like?
Oh, I was first in regions, first
Okay,
in state.
okay.
Then I was 13th in nationals. And that wasn't fair because they had like people from Germany. It was
Uh,
multinational. It was crazy. I can't compete. I was number one. I was still number 13. So I still beat multiple teams of 7. A lot of teams of 7. And it was just me in a little hat. Okay. So
oh,
I'm just
that's
better.
wild.
I'm better. See, yeah, see, and I'm itching because the string of mine keeps touching.
Um, that's definitely not fair. If you like have people from other countries come in and compete.
I'm still proud of myself. Listen, it
Oh
was still
yeah,
a W for me that day.
yeah,
Yeah. I didn't have to do all that,
but you did because
but I did. But I did.
it's what you love.
Exactly. Exactly correct. Listen, exactly correct.
So when you're
That's
not
it. I'm still working
cosplaying,
on it.
when you're not doing working or whatever, what does your free time look like?
Since I've been sick
Oh
with
yeah,
pneumonia, it's been a little rough. Every time I laugh, I cough.
yeah.
But I power lift
Oh,
and I draw and I play games. That's it. I mean, like I go out to like some fun places sometimes, but I'm like an hour away from anything fun.
oh, ew, that sucks.
Yeah, I used to live like 10, 15 minutes away, but now I live an hour away.
I I couldn't see. There's semi fun stuff to do where I live. Um, well, I mean, it's fine, but like, yeah, like some of the funner stuff that if you want to do, you kind of have to travel a little bit to
I have a
go and
Home
find them.
Depot.
So,
I just
uh,
work on stuff around the house, man. I do like renovations and stuff
okay.
because I've learned a bunch of construction work, and so I just like I'm constantly fixing things. I live in like a house now, but it's not 100% complete. So I just go around do things. So I'm still unpacking, unironically. It's been like 5 months and I'm still unpacking because I'm constantly working on everything. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
yeah,
So and so I'm not gonna be spending like 8, 10 hours a day doing stuff and then unpacking. I'm gonna kill
right.
myself. So so there's a bunch of stuff still in boxes and I'm working on it, but I want it to be done. This room is unpacked. It's my picture room.
Is that what the columns are for?
Yeah. I have a
I was curious
column,
about
this
those.
big little lounge chair. Yeah. I don't know if all my columns are here, but no, I think I have like one big, massive one downstairs. I don't think I'm gonna bring it up. This is
Wait, how many do you
upstairs.
have?
I'm not three, one, two, four, and then a fifth one. But it's also storage,
Oh,
so I might keep it downstairs.
hmm, interesting. Uh, yeah, I'm kind of there with you. Because the house that I'm currently in, well, really, this house was built in like I think 1984, and my grandmother grew up in this house, and my mother grew up in this house, and then me and my brothers grew up in this house. So we've had this.
Mhm.
So the house has been with us since '84,
Yeah.
and I'm slowly working on getting it fixed up a little bit more because so basically where I live, uh, it, the entire neighborhood itself used to be a fish market, and then they tore down, built houses, and so what they did was when they built this house, they didn't level the ground, and so they just built a
Okay.
house on top of it. So it's
Nice.
standing for as long as it has been, but it's not as
No, I
structurally,
get it.
yeah. So
This
it's
house is old. This house is part of like the vintage tour or whatever.
Oh, okay.
19, yeah, 1920 some house. This house old as hell. And yeah, it's not perfectly level anymore after
Mm,
100 years, believe it or
right.
not. Um,
Are you sure
but
it's not haunted?
it's not like it was definitely haunted. It's haunted as shit.
Oh,
So, but like, level wise, it's not perfect, but it's not that bad. So, shrug.
hey, at least you have a house though. It's tough to say that for a lot of people nowadays.
It's fucking awful out there. I would whenever I lived super close to everything, my rent was like 2,500.
Ugh. The
Crazy.
I will say it does suck though, 'cause, like having your own house, because like so we've had to spend a lot of money here. Not, yeah, pretty recently. Uh, let's see. Back in August, we had a major storm here, and there's a my neighbor. They've had this tree for years in their backyard, and during the storm, one of the large branches broke off and fell into my backyard. It crushed our old storage shed, and
Yeah.
it snapped our power line. Uh,
Hmm.
and so we went about a week without power. And so, I mean, we had to spend $800 because we had to get because the house is so old. We had to like replace the pole on top of the house, and we had to get like an actual junction box on the outside of the house. And
Damn.
so we had to spend about $800 to get that fixed. Then obviously a week of no power, food gets rotten, gets
Bad,
so
yeah.
yeah. Well, our deep freezer was fine, but the other freezer wasn't, so we had to throw a lot of that stuff out. And then not long after that, our refrigerator goes out, and so I had to go spend another $800 on a new refrigerator.
Yeah,
Um, and then it's just been being a homeowner is very stressful at times.
it is. That's true.
Definitely a hot mess for sure. Um, but yeah, we definitely need a game sometime. Now that I know that you're on PC, we need to find some games. There are a few games. I've actually like started messaging old guests I've had on because some of them are interested in doing this. But I'm gonna look to play a lot more cooperative games in the future, and so some of them
Mhm.
are interested in that. I think a game series that I need to finish is the Dark Picture Anthology series.
Oh, it
Um,
couldn't be me. I'm already done. Couldn't be
well,
me.
I gotta do House of Ashes, and I gotta do The Devil in Me. Um, there's some other ones that I have my
Man,
eye on.
I play with like the same group of people every night, almost every night. So literally, it's like I do my things. I spend some time with my cats. I play with them. I go to sleep, rinse, repeat. Every day, every night. It's that we play until we feel tired and then we go to sleep.
Yep. So, uh,
Yeah.
no, I think 'cause my friend Bailey, we gotten he's been playing it for a while, but I recently re-downloaded it. But it was like a Yu-Gi-Oh Master Duel.
Oh my God.
I I'm just not a big fan of like how Yu-Gi-Oh is nowadays. just because
Yeah, or
it's
you can just kind of end the game in a turn or two.
yeah. I'm not really like a big fan of that. So it says, which is why I have not played the game.
Yeah. I'd play Magic the Gathering. It's okay.
I thought about getting into that, but I wouldn't know where to start with that.
They got booster packs. They got
Mm,
pre-built decks.
yeah, that's
And so you
true.
can just start editing.
Mm,
Man, I remember I'm pretty good at tournaments because I never expect something so dumb. The most horrific decks ever created that are just made to like be bastard. Um, and I have a deck right now that I got from like they had like an April Fool's deck
mm,
for a set, and I got it, and I just want to play it, but it's like banned everywhere. It's banned
oh,
everywhere. So there's a card where you try to hide cards out on the playing field,
mhm.
and whenever your opponent finally notices, you can flip them all over. And they're all like tokens. They're all token
Oh my
monsters.
gosh.
I think we have one white circuit, white robot, clown robots. And like that shit is so funny. Imagine this. You know what I'm saying? They're like, what
Right.
are you doing? Why are you? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then there's one that's like you get to auction one of your cards. If this is during a tournament, you get to auction a card, and you can go to other tables, and they can bet life points on it.
Really?
Yes, it's so fucking funny. It's so funny. And then one is based off of the number of fire extinguishers in a room. I don't use that one because they never have fire extinguishers in the room. Um, and then one of them is if the card has a hat, it gets a buff. Or if it's smiling, it gets a buff. Those are so much better. Those are superior. Why would I want to play anything else?
How many tournaments have you been in?
Only a couple. Only a couple. I'm so busy doing other cringe, lame things, and nobody will let me play my cool, fun deck. Well, play my cool, fun time deck. They're like, oh my god, it's so stupid. And I'm like, yeah, it is. Check this shit out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Terribly
Oh.
serious and not fun. So people who play Magic are too serious all the time.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Um,
That and it I hate playing with people like that, whether it's like Magic the Gathering or even like online gaming or whatever like that. I hate playing with people who just take it so serious. Like
yeah,
just have fun with the game.
just have fun.
Uh
Like,
because like Call of Duty, Hell Let Loose, Battlefield, like I have never been a guy that cares about kill death ratio,
yeah,
but I just want to have fun with the game. And I do have fun with the game. And I think that's the best way to go about it and get a good time out of it. And because like I remember watching a guy on TikTok, he was talking about this with Spider-Man 2 when it came out, because he was
hmm
talking about how people were just live streaming and just blast through the game. And he was just
yeah.
like, "Are you really enjoying the game? Because like once you beat the game, what are you gonna do then? You spent like what 60, 70 bucks on the game, and you just blast right through it. And
Normally, that's not their first like playthrough. I
right,
think
and so
so. They've already played it normally, and now they want to fuck it up.
yeah, yeah, because it was just talking about how people the game was out for maybe like for 4 hours, and people were already spoiling like the ending of the game and stuff like that, where people haven't even got the chance to play the game themselves. It was just like, come on, just
I'm super good at avoiding spoilers. But anyways, yeah, I hate people who are competitive. I was like Diamond in Valorant, or not Valorant, Overwatch, but I was not having fun, so I just stopped playing it. So,
yeah,
fuck that. That's for fun. I don't play video games to fucking have a job.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I play video games to be a fun, silly little goofy girl. That's my plan.
Yeah, I agree. I
You have
agree.
any more? You have any more cosplay questions?
No, I think that is where we will wrap things up actually. For this week's episode. We'll have to have you back on. I don't know what the topic
Thank you,
will
thank you.
be. I have to think about it, um but yeah, this is where we will wrap things up, you guys. So for those who are listening on podcasts, how can they follow and support you?
Oh, okay. So my Instagram and my TikTok are Luck of the Lion, and my Twitter is Luck of the Lion Co. It's short for cosplay. I couldn't fit cosplay in the thing, so somebody took Luck of the Lion. So I have Luck of the Lion Co. Do I have any? I think that's most of my socials.
Yeah.
Um, I think that's it. OnlyFans,
So
I guess I'm also Luck of the Lion? Question mark.
yeah. Um
Really a social media, but
yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Do you have like a Twitch stream or anything like that? I don't remember if you do or not.
No, I used to. I kind
Oh,
of really want to do it again. I might.
you should.
I might do it
You
again.
should.
I don't know what games I play. I don't know if I'm entertaining enough for these folks.
You're entertaining enough for me. I will be there watching regardless.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I mean, I might criticize you in the background, but
Cool. I actually can't hear you, so actually,
you
I'm
might. That's
deaf
fair.
when it comes
But
to
you can read my
criticism.
comments though.
I'm also illiterate. Isn't that crazy?
Oh wow. How what a coincidence. So
I know. Every time criticism comes out, I just like become deaf and blind and illiterate. It's crazy.
you might want to get that checked out because I don't think that's normal.
Everybody got the point.
um but all right guys, be sure to go and give her a follow. She does great content work. You will definitely love it. And as far as here on the channel, we are, we're in the month of December now. We're getting ready to wind down and get ready for 2024. Um, I have some Hell Let Loose gameplays coming out, and then to finish off 2023, we will be playing the PlayStation 2 Ultimate Spider-Man game from 2005, I believe it is. So definitely be on the lookout for that. But other than that, go like and subscribe, go give her a follow, and we will talk to you guys in another video. See ya.